ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mic check. One Masters Podcast. I was made, of course. Got a special guest across from me, man. Got Colby. How you doing? Cousin Colby. Colby
What up,
Harris.
G?
I don't know.
What
you got
up,
so many
G?
names now. I mean, so many aliases. I know you. I knew you for a long time, so I don't know what to be calling you, man. What you going by these days? Is it just Cousin Colby?
I mean, it's Cousin Colby if they don't know me. Colby if they do, you know.
They ain't your cousin?
No, I'm trying to be everybody's favorite cousin. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What you been up to, man?
Same old, man.
Not really. No. We know. It's
the same old me, though.
It's not. I give you that. Yeah. In a physical form, yeah. Same you.
Same me. But, you know, I've been, back to what I told you last time on our interview is just grinding consistently, putting my stuff out. I had to work on building my community. I'm almost there. We're not quite there yet, but.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're moving on up. Yeah, to the east side.
we moving in a good direction. How about that? We moving in a good direction. Yeah, I just gotta test this buying power. Once we see what the buying power is like, then I can be like, all right, it's time to really push product. But right now,
but just I guess to get a more of a glimpse of who you are. I mean, they know because you've been on before, but. So you kind of went back into it. Last time you came, you talked about, opening another business. You still got, your own business, and then just kind of getting back into the not even say media, but I would say podcasting, media, so to speak.
Yeah.
Touching the people, building that fan base, that audience back up.
Sure.
And then you started and then you stopped. I don't know exactly what happened. We'll get into that in a minute. But then, like recently, and I'm saying recently, within the last couple of months, I would guess maybe something like that, right? I know Instagram real heavy. Your numbers started to go crazy. Like it just started to go up. I don't know if it was just one day. I really don't know.
Sure.
I've seen, and I always preach consistency. I know when I say it, I know it sounds mundane. If you hate when I say that, but what happened was, and that's how you can see. The hard work being paid off. Sure. Because you was doing it and just doing it like every day. And then I would see even sometimes people joke when people that do that because they say they're insecure, right? When you post a video, maybe at the wrong time, take it down, you post the same video later on. Sure. Right? And then take it down, post it again later on. Yeah. And then I started to see a momentum shift with your content. But on a consistent basis, not just like every 3 videos, one here, one here. It's like now, even I'm talking today, like now it's like you drop right now, it's going up. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I have to ask you this question. It's going to sound funny, but you mentioned it like one of the times we was talking, and I didn't know what it mean. I see it's being thrown around a lot now. So I'm asking you because you're the tech guy. You're a tech guy, right? Yeah. What the hell does algorithm mean? I asked that question because I think how people use it now. Yeah. I just feel like when that word was made, I don't know if it was meant to be used that way.
Yeah, like a lot of people, they kind of make it proper or trendy, right? But now, just because you say algorithm don't mean you understand what algorithm means.
Gotcha.
You look up the definition of algorithm, it just means a set of instructions, right? But that's how.
Jesus Christ. we never get this definition. I swear to God, man.
Like, it's a set of instructions that when it comes to social media, it's a little different, right? Like Instagram based off the money that they're trying to make, based off what they're trying to create, the audiences they're trying to build, how they're trying to take, how far they're trying to take the application. They have a set of instructions that this app is supposed to function on. And I think that's the simplest way to actually break this down. And for me, what I had to do was I had to figure out the algorithm. I figured out the algorithm. Some people have applied that to life. I've even referenced that to myself. It's like, all right, let me figure out the algorithm of life, right? But Instagram taught me a lot. Going back to what you said, it is consistency. You got to be consistent and you got to post at least till you get past a certain level in the algorithm. It's like 3 or 4 levels that you have to reach in the algorithm for it to be consistent, where you don't have to post every day. However, when it comes, to your question about the algorithm thing.
Yeah, I promise you, I want the answer. I just want the answer. I
gave you the answer.
Okay,
it's a set of instructions.
All right.
It's a set of instructions.
I'm putting together a gift for my kids. It's the algorithm. I got you. It's Christmas time. It's the algorithm. I got you. I got it now. Algorithm.
It's a set of instructions that the computer follows. That's what it is. It only really pertains to a computer, a device. Like something that somebody could argue, all right, this mixer has an algorithm. I don't think it has an algorithm. Because it don't know how to interact outside of when you plug it in certain components. When you're talking about something like a social media, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the algorithm has to work with a set of instructions in a certain way based off the users. And that's what it is.
All right, so I promise you, I know it's not like I'm fucking with you. I'm really not messing with you, bro. I'm just trying to get some kind of understanding. Maybe it's not clicking for me. I don't know. Yeah. Right? All right, so somebody says, man, all I see is, I'll use myself. All I see is people talking about what women ain't doing, what men ain't doing. Mm-hmm. It's the algorithm. It's a set of instructions because based on users. Like, what's that mean?
That's not pertaining to a computer. Right.
Oh, it's my timeline. So it's like,
that's what you see. All right.
My timeline. Yeah.
All right. So that's how the algorithm works, right? That's a part of it. So basically, if you follow a lot of conversations in that, what the algorithm will recognize is that, Maine likes this type of.
I don't like it though. I'm telling you, I don't like it.
Well, you looked at it. It don't matter if you like it. Don't do this. But for example, search cats. Don't do it though.
Okay.
Because if you do it,
what kind of cats?
Just cats.
Like
period.
Like the animals.
Just if you search cats or cat videos, you're gonna see them everywhere. So don't do it. But I'm just saying, right? If you search it's based off. They call it SEO, search engine optimization, right? Just like Google. If you're looking for a cat or you looking for a blue sweater or something, what you're gonna do is you're gonna search blue sweater fashion men or something like that, right? Once you do that, a set of searches is gonna come up, right? That's a part of the algorithm. Doesn't mean it's the entire algorithm, but everything is based off of search engine optimization now. So they call it SEO. And I know I'm going.
No, I'm going crazy. Smart, so I'm liking this. Go ahead.
So what has happened is when you looked at these videos had a certain search capable or keyword connected to them. So the algorithm picked it up and was like, you know what? Maine like this. Evidently, you share this video, you interact with this video. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to keep showing you the same type of videos.
Okay.
Until you search for something different. Search for basketball or something. A bunch of basketball stuff is going to come up. That's how the algorithm works. That's a part of the algorithm.
Cause I be searching this thing, I be like, how to make $1 million, and it never popped up in my life. I don't know, is my algorithm just off?
Because you got to ask Jay-Z.
Shut the hell up. No. Hey, if I gotta ask him, I ain't never getting him.
You gotta ask Jay. You gotta ask Jay.
And Jay gonna say, I told you, take the $1 million.
Man, hey, they used that. That was good marketing though. That was good marketing when they did that, because it's like Jay had nothing to do with Tidal when they tweeted that out. Tidal say, Jay say, take the. Hey, it was a good play.
That was funny. All right, so you mentioned it, and I guess I kind of got to understand what algorithm is. We'll go with it. We'll go with it, right? What can we do, right? Set of instructions.
Yeah.
But you mentioned it. You was like, because you said, you like, yo, man, I'm back.
Yeah.
I got him. I found the algorithm. You said, I found out the algorithm. I didn't know what that meant. I was like, all right, how hard is it? I was happy for you. I'm like, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
So like for me, I figured out like you said, I was just posting videos consistently. And you probably seen me like repurpose videos. I do that because I feel like a video was dope that I did and it didn't get the looks that I expected it to, get. So for me, it was like, all right, how does Instagram truly work? Because I feel like I'm putting out dope stuff, but for some reason they're not interacting with it.
Let me stop real quick. Just
go ahead.
Why Instagram? Why was only Instagram on your mind when thinking of I'm putting out dope stuff?
Yeah.
Why is it not working? Let me take this down and figure that out. Why not another platform? Why was you honing in or leaning in on Instagram?
Because like, the true answer to that is like, I knew God wanted to take me global. And if I did it on Facebook or any other platform like that, right? Like Facebook is based off your friends. That's a local concept. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can have people in Atlanta, but you probably wouldn't have a multitude of people with an international engagement or impression. So I'm like, my product is worth going international, going global. So for me, it was like, what platform appeals to that, what I'm trying to create. And Instagram was the easiest because I already had, a following, I already had slight engagement. It wasn't enough at the time. And I was like, all right, I believe I could figure this out. So I set out and consistently posted and made adjustments as I was posting. I would post at certain times. I'm like, nah, that ain't work. Or take a video down. Let me post it again at a different time. Get a different reaction. All right, let me archive this. And I just created this recipe, and I'll call it's like a growth hack, but I created this recipe that works. Now I get thousands and thousands of engagement, and engagement just basically mean they like your post, they comment on it, but most of all, the king of them all is share. The only way
share how on their story or like how?
Yeah, they share on their story. They might have 1,500 friends, 5 friends, it don't matter. But the fact they shared it, anything that you share goes to your friends or your quote unquote followers first, right? So when they do that, that's the only way, period, to ever go viral is shares. You want to go viral, then you need to get your shares up. But only way you can get your shares up if you got some type of engagement and interaction with people. And at that time, I had like 3,400 followers on Instagram. The problem was for me was a lot of these people was inactive in a sense of, all right, some people probably, connected with me a long time ago. And then I sat out, had my little hiatus. So
yeah, don't say you sat out. It was a few times you sat out.
I sat out, you know what I'm saying? So I became out of sight, out of mind.
You in the game now, but yeah.
I'm in the game, but I set out and now it put those 3,400 that I had, they didn't have they wasn't giving me the interactions that I needed. Right. So I was like, all right, what tool when it comes to Instagram will get me new eyes? I need new eyes because 34 ain't rocking with me, and I can't just go through and get rid of all the 34 because that wouldn't make sense, right? But I was like, all right, what piece of this is going to work? And I realized which I got an ebook for called Make It Real. So now I use the Reels, and the Reels is the only way to generate a new audience on Instagram. Period.
So you post Reels all the time?
I post nothing but Reels because when you post regular posts, that's only for your friends. Your friends might be inactive on your account. You post stories, that's for your friends, right? Or your followers, that's on your account. None of that attract new eyes unless you tag like a location or something.
Got you.
Right? If you tag Augusta, tag Augusta,
so that's why people be acting like they somewhere they not.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was mad at them, but I'm like, okay, do your thing, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If they tag a new location, people usually search by that location.
Got you.
Right? If they search, and they same thing on Google. The same thing they was doing with Google, the SEO thing, it created this now algorithm for now when I search for stuff, I might search for reviews. I might say food in Atlanta, food in Augusta. You know what I'm saying? Or tacos in Augusta. And then everything that has anything to do with tacos, if you put that in your captions or your hashtag, that's gonna come up.
I was gonna ask that, why? I thought that was what hashtags was for. Hashtags was for somebody. It's a simple one. Hashtag podcast.
Yeah,
I would assume, but then the podcast game is so crazy now.
Yeah, so they changed it. When they changed the algorithm up, they realized people were using a lot of hashtags. And it was kind of beating the system.
Now people was putting 2025. I think people about 6 hashtags. They copy and paste it. It's just in there.
Yeah, and then a lot of companies made money off hashtag generators. You can just go. And the problem with hashtag generators, There's no validity to it. It's not saying these work. It's just, oh, give me a hashtag on love. And then it tell you everything, love, relationships, situationships, whatever. It tell you all these things, but there's like a lot of those might not even be searchable. But so the algorithm or Instagram realized that this wasn't going to best serve the app. So now you got to put keywords with the hashtag. If you put keywords with the hashtag, which is like, you know, part of your SEO, then it will come up. So you could say podcast, but if you want to be detailed, if you want to be specific, you say like a
podcast like Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just something.
I wouldn't use that though. I'm just
yeah. Like, but that'll work because that's somebody crazy. Is searching that, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. What made so now I see why you went to Reels, but like what was the because that was something you did that you caught on later on. You didn't know that when you first started. You didn't know that. You mentioned the Instagram and global. I if I'm wrong, let me know. But I thought that you figured that out once you started to grow on Instagram. Like, okay, my purpose is more global than local.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you would. I didn't think you went into picking Instagram as like, you know what, it ain't working on Facebook. Go to Instagram. I thought that you just kind of was playing with something, and Instagram was the way you can play because, you know, if you keep deleting and posting, it's like, actually, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. But if you're on IG, they don't know you. So they're like, maybe. Like, I didn't ever ask you what you were doing. I seen you doing something.
Yeah. So my goal was to figure it out. And I knew that was the platform that was going to help me most because it's like interactions with Facebook just not there for me, right? Everybody, if you are my friend on Facebook, you don't interact enough. That will put me in a place where that reel will create more opportunity or odds. You don't share, you don't interact, you don't comment, you don't like, those type of things. So I just knew out of all the platforms that Facebook wasn't that. But I did go with the intention that, all right, listen, you cannot reach, man, look, I'm gonna just drop some game. Like when it come down to it, like if you religious or not, whatever the situation is, you believe in Jesus. Look, Jesus didn't even preach like that in his own community where he came from. They knew him as the carpenter. That's what he was. You the carpenter. Like when you talk about walking on water, you the carpenter. So, and then a lot of times he didn't even, like, I don't even think there's even any record of him performing miracles there either. Right? So for me, like, I understood this concept. Like, why are you investing so much time in this area that don't give you the love back that you're putting out? And I also seen it, we'll go back to the algorithm of life. I also seen it when I would travel and try to speak at certain schools, certain organizations. I could see the faces. I could see
what faces you saw. What you mean?
I could see the resentment. It's just simple stuff. It's like
resentment from like you mean. And I want to get a good understanding of what you're saying. Like, let's say you got a business where you repair phones.
Sure.
So you come and talking to a business or an organization. They're like, nigga, you just fix my screen.
Yep. They box you in. This is what you do. This is who you are. So you can never be anything.
You can't motivate me at all. You can't speak to me.
Who's you?
Just fix the phone for a cheap
rate. I would
rate.
get sized up in our schools knowing that I had great intentions coming into these schools. Bro, like
who though?
First of all, I'll tell you, I went to Butler first. That's my alma mater. That's my school. From the time I was there, when I graduated 2004 up until now, there wasn't many people, if any, doing the things that I was coming and dedicating to Butler. I created, you saw the one joint when I brought in the 10 speakers. I brought 10 speakers. That's how me and Ray get cool. Ray got cool. That's how I knew Chris Cole for a while. Chris, it's so many people I brought in and they was out. They was out doing other stuff like in other cities. They wasn't even contributing to this city per se. They was just, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing everywhere else. I brought them in here to impact some kids on a different level. several times. This wasn't just one situation. I never got paid for that. I never even got offered. I did a lot of that stuff out of my pocket. And it put me in a place where I was like, dang, like, y'all really don't want us to win. And there's no way. Like a dude who just come out of the community. I don't even have a student there. I don't have no kids there, no cousins, nobody. I don't have anybody there. I fought. I fought. All right, look, listen, let me see if we can get some, like, I'm getting paid everywhere else. I go to Columbia County, they give me my check. They give me my check for taking the date.
Come on, man. Let me try to.
Come on now, look.
Let me try to diss Richmond County.
Listen, I'm not dissing Richmond County, but I want you to understand how you got love for your city, you don't get that love back.
Ain't in the budget, man. You went to school out here. Stop playing, man. You know what's going on.
Man, listen, it's in the budget if you want it to be in the budget. It's in the budget. You know how I know it's in the budget? Because you're spending on a lot of things that makes no sense. And here's one dude who is contributing his hard-earned time to an organization, to better this organization, to impact these students. You come on. You could do some. And I'm gonna tell you how I tried to work with them. I'm gonna tell you. So one, I did several programs. I got the kids bussed over. They got bussed over. And now they use it as the I forgot what they use it. RPM. They use it as RPM. But we got the kids bussed over to that. We did a whole 5 women speakers, 5 male speakers, and then we impacted over 100 girls, 100 boys. And it was a powerful event. Mm-hmm. Boom. The following year, I came back. We ain't bust them over. We did it right inside the school. This time I brought barbers. I brought just different people. You know what I'm saying? Different walks of life. A lot of this stuff I was paying out of my pocket. I reached out to the head up and I was like, yo, look, like, hey, we finna go on the 3rd year. Like, why not? Let's figure out how to get me in the budget so I can really not come out my pocket in this situation.
Right.
It's like, they gave me the run around. Once they gave me the run around, I was like, all right, I see what this is. I left it alone. And then I came back. I was like, all right, boom. Since we're going to do this event anyway, let's just get all the students shirts. I usually give them stuff anyway, right?
Because you had your own merch and stuff at the time.
Yeah, I had my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but let's get them shirts. But I don't want to foot no shirts for 200 kids. Come on, like, this crazy. Like, this crazy.
Hey, 10 is cool. 5, 15 is cool, but 200 is wild.
You feel me? The first year they had lanyards. They had all kind of stuff. So I'm like, nah, like, I can't do this. And then, like, yeah, I can go around to try to get the city to support me. But come on, bro. Like, why we can't work this out? Bro, I reached out and I was like, look, can we do this? You don't even want to know what they said. Oh, no, we can't buy no shirts. We can't buy no shirts. I go to jail. Like, what? Like, where we? Y'all get shirts every week for crazy stuff. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I realized that was just one. That was just one, man. I've been to several situations where I showed up. I was invited, showed up. Somebody else booked before me. Oh, we didn't know if you was coming. What you mean? You ain't take me serious. One organization, they didn't even want to book me for some reason. I reached out to them. They ain't want to book me. The person that booked me, well, that was in charge of the booking, had something against me, whatever. Following year, they invite me. I wasn't even gonna do it.
How you know that though? How you know they has something against you?
Bro, come on.
I don't want to name them. I'm just asking, like, it's something you know. Like you know, it's for real. You know.
Yeah, because it's people that are out there rooting for me.
And this is all just kind of not necessarily quote unquote prove, but to kind of prove your local versus global theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like,
that makes sense now. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like, I get word back and they tell me about Richmond County. One year they needed a speaker to come in and talk to a lot of the educators. They were doing some type of educator event. Somebody I knew, like quote unquote, supposed to be family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my name came up, and homegirl like scratched her nose up, was like, nah, not him. I'm like, who? Like, what have this dude done? What have I done to create that? You feel me? Yeah. Where you just cut off opportunity.
What do you think it is, though? I mean, aside from us, trying to prove the local versus global theory, because it's all going to tie in later on. What do you think it is? What is it about you that you think would make somebody, or make someone that's supposed to be quote unquote family, or somebody that you know, be like, okay, no, not him? What could it have been that you just was around too much, like do somebody different, or was it like more so know that him like, fix my phone, just only fix my phone, or I know him from 4 years ago. He wasn't shit 4 years ago. Shit now. What was it? I need to know. Like,
no, I don't know. I can't tell you, because like I can't be in a hater's mind. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I respect it.
Like, I don't like it's been people, cats that I coach, people that I coach. They would, and it's funny. It's funny. I had this one person. They was like my protege. I was giving them all the game. All right, this is what you need to do when you speak. This is what you need to do. This is how you gonna get into the schools. This is how you gonna do when you do this. Giving the game. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I learned the information. Now I'm supposed to see the information. I'm supposed to take this information and bring it back. Right? So we can multiply that. Mm-hmm. Had a falling out with this one person because somebody created something. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Had a falling out with the person. That person wanted to do an interview with my client, student, whatever you call it, right? And then they created something, and then that person came back and was like, yo, this person, I could tell they got something towards you.
I'm not gonna lie, you confused me just now. That was very confusing. That shit was confusing. I hate this shit. I shouldn't even curse. It confused me so much, I start cursing. And now I'm cursing like that. I do curse, but not in the podcast. No, I'm sitting in the seat. I'm really chill. This person, that person. Look. And I don't want to use that. I get it. I definitely get it. Because
bro, listen,
you in a good position right now. I don't want to start no drama, but God damn, Colby, like I don't know what person I'm supposed to be following right now. Nigga said that person, my protege, this person. What the hell we talking about? What's the algorithm on that? Like, I need to know that set of instructions right now.
Hey, so y'all don't know. Like, we got history. This dude is funny, bro. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I think at the end of the day, like I think for me, a lot of people was intimidated by how dynamic I was, the stuff that I went through and overcame. A lot of this stuff that I went through, it was supposed to take me out.
Got you. That's facts.
It was supposed to take me out, and it didn't. Yeah, I stopped. I chilled out. Let me get my mental health together. Let me get me together. You know what I'm saying? I still got a family, still got a wife. I still got, other things, business affairs that I got to take care of, to be consistent on. Let me figure this out, right? While trying to figure myself out. And that's a hard place. I lost who I was, though, in the midst of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, my intentions was always good. My intentions was always pure. But maybe this is what I'm learning in the new book, Trust and Inspire. Maybe my style was different, and it made people uneasy. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I might need that book. I think I'm doing that now. We'll keep going.
Trust and Inspire. It's a powerful book. Powerful book. It's by Stephen Colby. But look, I just felt like maybe it just put people in that place where it disconnected them from who I was or what I was supposed to be. But I accepted it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, dang, that's like DJ Khaled. It break my heart because I really feel like, yo, like, dang, we could have been something. It could have been something great that could have manifested out of this moment. But it pushed me to the edge, and maybe it's God's timing. You know what I'm saying? It pushed me into the edge and made me realize, nah, you bigger than this.
Sometimes I know you talk. I mean, not you talk, but you what you consider yourself? You motivational speaker, life coach. Like, what is the actual term or the terms, if more, that fall under like what you actually do, your passion, which is obviously speaking.
Yeah.
What are the terms? Is it motivational speaker? Is it? I don't know, because all this stuff now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a scam now. So a lot of stuff is scams.
Yeah.
A lot of scam motivational speakers. They just put and now you mentioned something earlier, AI. I don't know what that was. Talking tech stuff. I don't know tech stuff like that.
Tech stuff. Yeah.
A lot of stuff now is so easy for people to be something they're not. So you remember?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name, man? He do a lot of motivational speaking. I know you shared this stuff a few times. Eric something.
E.T. Yeah. Eric Thomas. Yeah.
All right. So before it was a thing to do, remember he would have the speech. It'd be like a minute. Before Reels was Reels, he have a reel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 minute, maybe 60 minute of 60 seconds of a speech that's like 2 hours long. How long talk?
Yeah.
Then they'll bring the music in, and sometimes it'll be words on the bottom. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now it's a thing. That's a thing to do. Like it's apps that will just have words on your screen as if you're this guy or as if you're a motivational speaker. It gives a motivational feel to that video, and sometimes you're just talking.
Yeah.
I want to ask you that question right now. How if at all challenging is it for you right now to do what you're doing when you've been doing it for a long time? Obviously, you're doing a little different now. You're doing it more camera, microphone, but you're doing it on a digital scale right now. I know I'm pretty sure you still do rooms and stuff, but how, if at all, challenging is it to have to not only compete with the algorithm, because you got that down pat, but to compete with the algorithm of all these other people that aren't supposed to be in that field, but they're in that field now because it's so easy to be in that field.
Yeah. So I think like what I have, you can't mimic, and what I had to learn, to your point, a lot of people got that space because of COVID, right? And they in this space because of COVID. They was there early when I stopped, or when people like me stopped. Right. You go and look at them. Some of the people, and I don't think it's like people in many people in the city, but like you see the views, you see the things, you see whatever they got going on. And what I learned was, even in this industry, it's a lot of hype men. Right? I could tell you, oh yeah, you dope. Yeah, you dope. You know what I'm saying? But like, what that do for you? Like, they don't do, you don't feel nothing. But when I tell you based off my experience why God made me dope by himself, you feel me? Like the things that I had to go through. I seen a quote the other day. It was like they said something deep. It was like it took so much violence for me to come this nice. Right? Mm-hmm. It's like, and that's something that's within. All the defeat, all the fighting I had to do within myself, all the things I had to overcome, my confidence, my energy. And when I tell you I lost who I was, I forgot I was the motivational dude. And to speak to your point, when you talk about the term, it's like, for me, it's just inspirational speaker. But for some reason, different platforms don't allow you to say that, so it's just motivational speaker for a lot of
life coach. You can't say life coach.
I'm not a life coach. You know what I'm saying? There's a space for it. For some people, they say life coach. You can easily Google that and then get a certificate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that.
You said you could Google it.
Come on, bro. Like, let's stop.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like it is what it is. Like you could Google that, find something, and then boom, that's what it is. You don't have to go to school for that, right? And it's the same thing for speaking. You could just put up today, wake up tomorrow, and be like, yeah, I'm an inspirational speaker. But if you can't hold the room and you don't get invited back, and they don't pay whatever rate you asking for, then who's to say you really an inspirational speaker or a motivational speaker? Just you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest difference. I've shifted rooms. I have evidence. My second principle is don't take advice from anybody who doesn't have proven concept, because their own advice don't work for them.
So I'm glad you said that. I want to ask you about that. I can't be in right now in real time. Yes. Yeah. I would say this is probably one of the better times not better, but one of the better times for you to come on because of what you can show. Like
sure.
You got a tangible thing. Like
right.
You can say, even though we ain't defining it, maybe I don't know. I got the algorithm. You can say that, and then you can show people like, look, when I post, this is what happens, right?
Right.
Which I still want to get into something about that in a second. But in the past, would you say that people may have felt that way about you, like that you didn't have a proven concept of something you was talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know. Your message always. I've never ever came to you and be like, I need advice on life.
Yeah,
we talk about a lot of things. I just pick up what I can pick up from. I don't really come to you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, over the years of me knowing you, you've always been a speaker, and whatever room, whether it's 5 people in the room or 500 people in the room, people normally gravitate to what you're saying.
Sure.
So I know that you can speak and you can, captivate a crowd and get your message off based off your life experiences and your perception of things, right? But could somebody else be like, could they just view you differently and be like, you know what? I don't get why he even talking. I don't get it, like, because it's all perception.
Yeah. I think if you don't know me, I think if you never,
or if they think you know you, they may think they know you, but they don't know you at all.
Yeah.
I think you wasn't. So you mentioned local, and that's why I want to bring you. You mentioned local and versus global. So you went to Butler, right?
Sure.
All right, yeah. I don't know how people view that you going to Butler or how you were when you was at, but I ain't go to school with you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I heard you talk. I know you you young. But ain't no telling how they're viewing that person.
Sure.
You know? And then they don't know you. You get stuck in time. So here's 2016, you trying to do this, that, and third. They thinking about 2006 Colby.
And it goes back to the Carpenter thing. You know what I'm saying? Hence one of the reasons why I realized that global was bigger than the local concept. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons. The same thing with Jesus and being a carpenter. His community will only see him as that. And I'm sure for a lot of people, they do. They probably do. Oh, he the dude at the store. Or he the dude that do this. You know what I'm saying? The thing that solidified me was not only my story, but my work ethic. I started off with kids. I started off reading the kids.
Remember that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll go to the daycare and I'm sitting down and I'm reading the kids, empowering them.
Average.
And that elevated. So it started from a place of like, oh, Holmes got the work ethic. But it's people out here, they call themselves that. They don't have no work. And it's easy. It's easy because you have the clout we talked about, or the likeness. And it's like, I can put this.
But talk about that a little more. Like I said, I know we mentioned it kind of and just throwing it out there, but like how you view that. Like what is your I shouldn't actually define nothing. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want your definition. What's your definition of clout? I don't know. We're gonna wait 5 minutes. We might get the interview out. No. You might get the definition, you might not get it. Define clout.
They gonna look at this interview and be like, oh yeah, man, clowning the whole time. That's what it is. That's what they gonna see. So look, I don't know, man. Clout, I feel like it's a thing that doesn't have substance to it. And you're just in it. You know, we can be we could be hyping them. Go back to that one thing that I was talking about. You dope. And now it's 7 of us. Yeah, we dope. But we ain't got no work. We haven't created nothing. What we talking about? Where are we headed? What are we working towards? What's the journey? We pretending. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what Clout is. It's like, it's the pretend. I can act like I'm this and I'm not. And I don't have to have anything to solidify that this is what I'm saying I am.
We talked a little bit off air. I feel like, and I could be tripping. Let me know if you think, let me know what you think about it. But Clout, I think it's kind of like a drug right now. Clout is a drug. I thought we said that, right?
I guess you're right.
I can see people walking around, maybe not like physically doing it, but you know how like you a little older, you know. You seen them movies in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? They're scratching, you know, like, oh, I do this. Hey, I do this for you. This.
Let me get some clout.
Let me scratching their arm, like, oh, you got any more clout? You know, like I need something. Like it, comment, tell me something. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think like that because it takes no work to have it. Right?
That's true.
You could be the best copycat, but you got clout. You look like you got clout. You know what I'm saying? That's what you look like to them. So you the one. You must be the one.
So clout could also be a look too. That's funny, right? Clout could be a drug. It could be just being fake. It could be a look.
I'm just saying, bro. Like I guess to answer your question, clout is many things, but it's nothing.
Right. It It's mass, man. It's just taking up space. Like it
it's
ain't
just
doing
here.
nothing.
What is it? It's nothing. It's nothing. I think a lot of people thrive off of that because that's their whatever their win was. But you seen the work, man. Back in the day, they don't know. When I was cutting your hair, it's no different. I'm the same dude. I'm the same dude talking like I am or was then, and talking about positivity, impacting people. I was that then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it only became a manifestation later from that point of just, being in the garage cutting hair, charging $5 to cut hair. Like that's what it evolved to.
Those are the days. $5
That was the days.
Crazy. Hey, I didn't think about it, bro. You was wild. $5 is crazy. They charging $30 a head now. And they haven't lined you up no more all the way.
Bro, that was in the 2000. That was like 2005, 2006 though.
Yeah, I know. But
you know what I'm saying? Like
Mr. Towns, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
$5 won't get you nothing now.
I was hustling then.
You always been in your bag, man.
Somebody was like, yo, they was like, and they gonna know who said it. They were telling somebody I know. They was like,
that person, right?
Yeah, that person. It was like, Colby used to be hustler of the year. And I'm like, and I started this year off. I told Adrian, bro, I ain't hustling no more. I'm done with that.
Yeah, he didn't believe you.
I ain't hustling. It's a wrap because I feel like, man, it just put you in this boat. You know what I'm saying? And how many people you just seen hustle? You from New York. They still hustling.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
They still hustling. What happens when they get sick? Nothing. You feel me? Like you don't have no system in place. Somebody told me a long time ago, if your business needs you in order to work it, it's not a business. It is what it is. So I learned, it was like, nah, I'm going to create product that's going to pay me when I sleep. I'm going to create things that have a system that pay me when I'm asleep. That's the mindset I'm going towards. All right, I'm cool on hustling. And a lot of hustlers ain't going to tell you this. The math ain't mathing for the hustlers. It's cool. It seems sweet.
Hey, sometimes that'd be clout too. Nah, because it'd be a lot of nothing. Like
yeah, because like you can have a lot of motion and be standing in place, bro.
You just getting dizzy.
You ain't doing.
It's really bad for
your health. What is you doing?
Think about it. It's not healthy to do that, bro.
But it looked good. It looked good.
Perception.
It
look good to the person that don't see you spinning around.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, bro. Nah.
But somebody else that just see you moving, it look good for them.
Yeah.
But somebody like me that see you spinning around, I'm like, hey, you better stop before you get dizzy.
Me and Roddy talk about it. That's fake motion, bro. You ain't got no motion. You feel me? Like, man, I told you last episode we did this. Like, yo, what we celebrating for? We celebrating for what? What's the accomplishment? What we celebrating for? Especially when you got legacy to fix. You feel me? Like, let's get for real. Like, family been broken for a while. Like, when we gonna get to that point? When we gonna take that serious? Where baby boy or baby girl don't have to grow up into mess? Like, when is that on the menu? But we want to celebrate. We want to put Clout first. We want the likes and we want. What is that? That don't give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It looked good. Perception.
And it's a moment thing. I think people live in a moment a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't thinking about the stuff you talking about is future. It requires investment.
Yeah.
People ain't investing. You know, that's crazy. That'd be damn $5 and I get 20,000 later. Oh hell, not my $5. That's how they think.
Yeah.
You know, they're not thinking that way. So I don't want to be the person that says the new generation, guys. I've seen my age do it. I'm like, okay, you ain't. Did we grow together or did we not grow together? You know, you kind of ask them questions, but social media, it's a thing. It's a thing that it's really separating a lot of people apart from with who really doing what and who really not.
Yeah, and
then I don't like doing that because I don't want to use social media as a way to measure whether you're doing something or not.
Right.
I don't like. So it's a gift and a curse because I can see things on there as well. Don't get me wrong, but I can't see everything. One thing I mentioned in social media is I don't know if I said something about it's something about social media and Facebook, but it's like with social media, people rarely post any kind of failures on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really just an achievement.
Yeah.
It's an award show every day.
Right. And that's the craziest thing to me.
It's the first day of school every day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so crazy to me because it's like even a lot of people see me shift when I was going through something. They got he must be going through something. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in my messages. You can see it in the things that I was posting. Like he went from motivational to this. And that was the other part. That was the part that people need. So right now, I'm gonna keep 100. Bro, like my come up on Instagram right now is no different than what I've been telling people, what I've been putting out. This is something that I'm manifesting what I put out a lot of good, even when I was hurting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was really suffering in that hurt. I was hurt. You took out, like, you know, I was tripping. You took out three of my siblings, my pops. Like, come on, like, and I said it before, like, ain't no disrespect, but like, bro, there's people out here living worse, and we wasn't even doing that bad. You feel me? Like, like we weren't doing that bad for, like, why? So it put me in a space where it's like, yeah, I ain't motivated no more. Bro, I had to double up on therapy, bro. I had to double up on therapy. I had a spiritual therapist and I had a professional therapist. And I was just combing through my thoughts and my mindset. I had to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So now when I post my videos and I hit them with this, I don't know if this is for you, put a 100 in the comments if it is. I'm really saying to you, like, look, like, this is pain and I still got it, but I'm working through it. And this might empower you in whichever way. I'm showing you I'm a true testament. I went through nothing but losses. I got the bad hand dealt several times. And every time I played my hand. I played it. I came back. I played it. Got hurt. I sat down and I came back and I played it. But I'm fighting every day for this. And a lot of people wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm blessed to not look like what I've been through. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But at the end of, and many of us are. But it's like we get to a point where we're posting things, you know, that are unreal to create this facade so people won't see you.
That's what I said. Damn, you just all right. So yeah, I said the same. I said social media is like social media. You look in the mirror before. In the mirror, you gotta see yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you look in the mirror, you see how you look. That's you. That's you. Yeah. Social media is like a mirror where you can the reflection of who you want to be. The reflection is whoever you want to be. So if you want to be the biggest drug dealer in the world, you just act like you selling drugs. You want to be a motivational speaker, you just find that app and you go do that. But social media is like a mirror where you look into something and that reflection can be whatever you want it to be. Right. Because that's what everybody else is going to see as well.
Yep. It is. It's that. And people can, you know, put whatever, they can put themselves in whatever industry they want. But like, and I challenge people, like, hey, listen, like, look for the validity in that. Look for some real, like, don't get hyped off the hype man. Yeah. Nobody comes to the concert to see the hype man. You feel me? Like, nobody comes. It looked good though. Man, it was hype. But you're there for the main act. Become the main act, but put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Because like it used to be, this is what I used to learn or used to see in my industry. People would put out their books and then immediately they put bestseller on there. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how?
I wondered that. I think people just like who determined that? How you determine that it sold the best? Like
they did. They put that on themselves.
Like it's so better than the last book you did. This is the bestseller. You sold 7 this time, 5. I don't know. Like what?
Nah, because you got to be able to sell 10,000 or more books in a certain period of time, and that's one of the reasons why I held on my book so long. Because I'm like, I'm not finna listen. No disrespect, and they gonna take it how they want to take it, and I'm cool with it. I'm a big boy. I'm cool with it. It's real accountability, but I'm not looking for that 10,000 sales of my book to come out of Augusta. Right now, my social media accounts, 95% of the stuff, the messages, the comments, the shares, the reposts, the views that I get, it's not from Augusta. And the concept, so it only elevated my mind when I'm like global, local to global. I differentiate yourself. When I understood that's what it was, and it's like, all right, let's take this elevation to a. Now I can see it. Because it's just a vision. At first, it's like, all right, do it work. And then you like, boom. Somebody had the audacity too. They asked me, it's like, hey, you didn't pay for those. Did you pay for the? And I'm like, bro, but that's the world we live in.
You said the audacity.
Bro, like.
That pissed you off, didn't it?
Yeah. Because I'm like, I really know.
No, but you really figured that out.
I really figured it out.
That's
you know
funny.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny to me that you would think it's convenient, and the reason why that person asked that is because when I stopped, they were still going. We're in the same industry. They were still going.
Mm.
And then I got back in the game, and then I learned it. I figured it out. In 30 days, I passed them. And I was like, look, and I even helped. And I'm like, listen, now you got to go in the audio account. And they're like, what you mean? I'm like, you got to take this off, and you got to start doing this. Did they do it? No, they didn't do it. So that's why my account's still growing, and theirs not. There's no disrespect, but I tried to give you the game.
I know this is not on a tangent, but you also, even from doing all this, you ended up, if I am mistaken, didn't you have a class or some kind of seminar or something like, or you don't want just for like trying to get people to understand the algorithm? I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. So I created, so I took this concept, I documented every step, right? I documented this stuff because I didn't know if it was going to work, but I was like, I wanted to track myself.
Right.
I put out a video, that ain't work. Put out a video, that ain't work. And I had to jumpstart my account. It took me like 30, 45 days to get one video to get 13,000 views. Then I'm like, all right, I did it once. I could possibly do this again. So 6 more videos, and then boom, one hit 15. I'm like, oh, all right, I may have got it, but I don't know yet, right? I'm just trying stuff, and then I continuously post, and then I got frustrated with it because I couldn't get it again. And I was like, hey, I got the 13,000 views, I got the 15,000 views. What's up? And I learned that like, all right, I need to keep making changes, because if I don't make these changes and these adjustments, there's no way this account is going to grow as far as the engagements. And then I learned, oh, bro, you need engagements. 13,000 views is cool. What's that, right? But you need engagements. People need to interact with your posts. They need to like it. They need to share it, and they need to comment. So that's when I developed the whole, and I would study, and I would take stuff from certain people. I'm like, oh, that worked. All right, let me try it.
I guess, and for that particular part right there, you talking about if you say, hey, put a strong emoji, put this in the comment.
If this for you, put a strong emoji in the comments. I don't know if this is for you, put a heart in the comments. Like, this might be for you. Hey, God sent me this message. Like that type of stuff. I got to give credit where credit's due. Not for Instagram, because he wasn't really there yet, but on TikTok, he was. And this one homie, and he was one of the few. He was one of the few that gave me the game. It's me. I'm still trying to build back up. All right. I hit rock bottom when it came to my accounts and putting out motivation, because I hadn't put out in a year, 2 years. So it's like, all right, and then at one point I deleted all my stuff, took it all off. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, how do I rebuild? How I'm going to figure this out? And I reached out to 3 people. And I was like, I know these people, and I've impacted these people in some way. So I'm like, yo, and 2 of the people got like over millions on TikTok. And I was like, hey, look, I'm just looking for, like, give me the game. Give me a share. You feel me? Like, whatever it takes. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Cause I know once I get that in TikTok, you got to get to 1,000 before you go live, stuff like that. 1,000 followers before you go live. And I'm like, I'm trying to build. I'm fighting it. I'm trying to figure it out. One dude, he sat down with me and gave me the game when it came to TikTok. I took what worked for me and I applied it and it worked. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing that while I was still figuring out the Instagram boy.
But I'm not. I don't want you to give too much hints on that because I know you gonna monetize off this stuff as well. You giving out the game, but part of the whole put this in the comments is for you is also to bring engagement to the post, right?
Yeah, it's a call to action. Like a lot of people don't know that this is just one part of it. It's a combination of things. It's a gumbo of things that make your posts work, your reels work. I'm challenging you, and I'm not like pressuring you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if this is for you. When I say something like that, it's like, and it kind of make a person like intrigued.
I was about to say it make me want to know if it's for me or not. Well, damn.
Yeah, it might be for me. Hold up, let me see what he's saying, and it works, right?
Yeah.
So, that's a call to action though, and I put the call to action on the top of my caption, and I put it in when I'm in the beginning of my video.
How do you determine? Let me ask you this. That's more questions about the actual page and stuff like that. How do you determine what messages you're going to be giving out what day? Like what do you do? Like, do you go out your day and be like, okay, what's 8 o'clock? I want to do one, or is it just like continuously every day you post one? Like, how you determine how you post what you post? Now,
because I built the consistency, I don't post every day. But I'm at a place now where I could post at any point and then it'll get the reactions that I'm looking for or the engagements that I'm looking for. But when I create the videos, it's just ordinary life. Having a perspective and understanding what I've overcame or championed, what I went through, what I'm going through. And I realize more and more the era of that fake, that clout, it's almost over. It's almost over because I think what's going on now is people want more real. They want the real. And that's what's happening. When you listen to my video, it's like, oh, like I've had several comments where people be like, yo, you won't believe how this helped me. Or they'll say something like, you must have been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the videos, I don't explain all the things that I champion.
Well, I would say to add on to that, like you mentioned, these people don't know you.
Yeah, they don't.
So, as I can watch, and I might like he talking about that. This is what he's talking about. This, they don't know your background,
right?
They don't know your story.
Yeah.
So it's all off conviction.
Yeah, and it in that moment it gets them. It's something many times. It's something that they are going through at that moment, and it's like, boom, dag, I just went through that. People tearing up in my DMs, people tearing up on the comments. It's like, it's happening. And it's amazing to me because I'm like, dag. You know what I'm saying? This is what it took for you all to see. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's amazing. It's amazing. I take it in, I learn from it, and then I'm able to improve. But I created a product called Make It Real. I built the course off of it. I got an ebook. I got a training class off of the same product.
And where can they get any of this stuff? Like, where can they get it?
So I'm gonna release this product maybe next week. Beast Season .shop is where it's gonna be. And or you can go to my Instagram. They'll be able to see it. If they hit the link in the bio, they'll be able to see the course. And then next week I'll start promoting more about that, giving people the game on how that they can take their Instagram to another level. Cause and it's funny because it's people that had more followers than me at the time. And now I've surpassed them because of the engagement. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people I gave the game, I'm like, hey, listen, you got to take this off. You got to do this. You got to do that. But if you keep doing this for 30 days, but a lot of people, that 30 day is tough for them. You gotta do the 30-day consistently to jumpstart your account. Because if you don't, you're gonna lose at the end.
Well, yes, that's too much work.
Yeah.
And then that also that requires you to actually be consistent, put the work in.
Yeah.
And for 30 days straight, that's kind of hard for some people.
Yeah.
For some people.
Yeah. But the course that I dropped is like I took 10 people through that course, and I taught them how to make it easy. It's like the crazy thing is, if let's just say you got 30 videos, 30 pieces of content on your page right now. That's your 30 days. Just repurpose it and put it in a reel. Mm-hmm. You really won. You can put a photo in a reel right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just building over time. It's building over time, and consistency will build the interactions and the engagement that you want. But don't get to the 30 days and be like, I did it 30 days. No, you still got to keep going, because I even kept going after the 30 days. Like, maybe November, it started getting crazy. Then December, it was like, oh yeah, I'm here. Let's get it. I'm here. And that's when right now my account probably grow every 2 or 3 days, 1,000.
What about, I mean, you mentioned somebody asking you about, did you pay for this? Did you pay for that? What about, what would you, or what advice, or rather, or what game could you give somebody who is debating on whether they should do it? I'm not saying buy views per se, even though it's all the same, but they might put an ad on it, put an ad. Yeah. Which Instagram, I never did on Instagram because I just don't believe in doing it on Instagram. But somebody that maybe they sell clothes, so it makes sense for them to do that. It might catch the right eye. Yeah. What advice could you give them when you look at ad placement versus just trying to figure out the algorithm?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing when it comes to doing ad placement, like it's a hit and miss. And a lot of times it's a miss. For the most part, it's a miss. One of the reasons why I say that is because you don't have any type of interaction, and you're trusting this machine to take your ad and just throw it out there and see what happens, right? Same thing with fishing. If the fish ain't biting, then what's going to happen? You're going to get, but you already paid for it. You committed to it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's the only part about it. Because now you feel like you've been robbed. I did ads before. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang. But the thing that is most effective is when you post consistently. Even for my store, I paid a guy at the time. This was about 2 years ago. I paid a guy it was about $800 a month. He was growing my store by doing the engagements. Mm-hmm. And all he was doing, he went in, he scheduled all the engagements. It was lucrative for him. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it paid off, right? Yeah. It paid for itself. However, it was like, I don't like to be played. You know what I'm saying? And I felt played in the sense of like, dang, bro, you could have did this yourself. Because he's not working every day.
But you got an IT background as well. Like,
yeah, like.
You could have just figured that out.
I could have figured that out. And it was like, dang, bro, you pay $800 to learn that lesson, right? So anyway, he went in, he scheduled all the posts. He scheduled them at the times that the followers was on, and it created interaction. Now it was like in sight, in mind. Mm. When you're not posting, it's out of sight, out of mind. Also, what I learned, if you don't post, like it's better to post nothing than it is not to post anything. Post you doing nothing. Like, we watching a movie. You feel me? Like, like simple stuff. Post something, because every time the algorithm, after a certain time, it's going to pick that up.
And I guess too, you could be in someone else's algorithm then. Yeah. Right. So it's not even just you posting trying to figure out an algorithm for yourself, but you posting, you can find yourself winding up in somebody else's algorithm.
Yeah. Like, I learned, and somebody told me this. It's somebody that found my page, and it was like, yo, you're in the algorithm of inspiration, motivation, some. It was a few other things. And I just had no idea, because I was so focused on, posting on what I was posting on. And another thing too, in your Instagram world, like, stop posting. Don't post, just do reels. That's free game. When you do posts, it's only for your friends. When you do stories, it's only for your friends. All this, just to reiterate that, if you got an inactive account, they're not engaging with it. A homegirl hit me and she was like, yo, I put his photo and I know I'm dope. And I'm like, well, how did you post it? It was like, I just posted regular and I posted it on my story. And I'm like, well, if you did that, it's only interacting with your friends who are inactive anyway.
Yeah.
If you don't post every day, your friends, your followers are inactive. They don't plan to see you at all.
You mentioned earlier you was like you went the Instagram route and you was thinking more global than local and stuff. Why not TikTok? Why not the TikTok route? Like,
so I'm on TikTok.
No, I know, but
why not TikTok first?
Is it the same algorithm? You got the same following on TikTok?
No, so TikTok. So
you still working on that though?
No,
that algorithm.
TikTok. I'm still trying to figure it out, so that I could build a product off of that.
Got
right?
you.
But TikTok is search engine optimization based as well. People will go on TikTok right now and they will look up like, food in Augusta, same concept, right? If you're looking at a TikTok video, this is how you know automatically when you're scrolling on your FYP on TikTok, at the top, it'll have a search bar and it'll tell you what that is. Like Kevin Samuels. Like if you've seen a Kevin Samuels joint, it'll say Kevin Samuels if you want to find this, okay. Right? So like they're pushing that based on search engine optimization. One of the reasons why, if you think about it, Instagram Reels is the same as TikTok.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
They're the same product. Instagram, they steal. That's what they did. So Instagram did this. So they tried to get Snapchat maybe about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. Snapchat turned them down. It was like a $3 billion valuation or something like that. They turned them down. It was like, nah. Instagram, maybe 2 weeks later, maybe a month, right? They came out with stories. That's when we was like, Instagram stories.
Yeah.
And then Instagram started beating out Snapchat with the stories. They won off of it, right? Snapchat, I feel like they're in trouble anyway. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Instagram's competitor is TikTok. So that's why they switched to the Reels. That's why they're pushing the Reels with the Facebook contest.
Sometimes you can't even. I'll hit post and it still be a reel. I'm like, well, damn, how you gonna ask me what I want to do?
Yeah, like they're doing that because they're pushing more Reels because they know the Reels is what people are accustomed to now.
Yeah, because people rather just keep scrolling.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where the world is. Facebook on Instagram. So now that's why they're pushing more Reels on Facebook as well. And they're doing that with the $250 contest. They're doing that with that concept because they want people to post more Reels. The next update with Facebook, you're going to see Reels at the bottom somewhere. Mm-hmm. And then boom, you're going to be able to, right now you got to search and find your Reels almost, right? Or accidentally come across your Reels but right now, the next update, they'll move it down because they push that with the cash reward. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to compete with TikTok. Mm-hmm. But the only problem is TikTok gets you in front of new eyes and new audience every time you go live, every time you post. The only problem that I feel like TikTok gonna have a problem with is they're saying, they call it like gassing or something like that. They're being they're showing favoritism towards certain users, influencers.
Gotcha.
And they're pushing their product. Like you'll see somebody on TikTok, they have 70,000 followers, and then they post a video and it won't look as near what it should be with 70,000 followers.
Right.
It's because that's what TikTok is doing that on purpose. Like I signed with an agency on TikTok and they just basically designed to help you grow your account. The agencies get paid. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know, it's a different business they're kind of creating over there. But regardless of what, they're still Instagram's competitor. And there's another free game. If you post a TikTok video on Instagram, I call it, there's a new term I created, slow ban. They're going to slow ban it. Meaning,
because TikTok is on there, right?
Yep. Yeah, they will not. I don't care what it is. Unless you verified, unless you got millions and millions of followers and your engagement is like 70, 80% according to your followers, there's no way. They are going to slow down your account. I did it.
But they've always done that too. I remember in the past when you would post YouTube links on Facebook, you wouldn't see them on your timeline that much. You have to post a Facebook video, like
Yep.
keep them on Facebook. Don't send them to another
Yep.
website. Makes sense.
Yep.
I ain't mad at it. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it's
algorithm, they customize the algorithm to do that. So the algorithm knows if there's a logo in the video. And the moment it realizes there's a logo in the video, yeah, boom.
It's a set of instructions.
Set of instructions. It knows.
Do not put this on nobody's timeline.
Yep.
Gotcha. Only the inactive users. Granny can see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes
But
sense.
it works. It works. I did it. This was like when I was on the come up, I was still trying to figure it out. I said, man, I really like this video. It got a TikTok logo in it. I'm going to post it. Why I do that? Slow down my whole account.
Mm-hmm.
Almost to zero everything. No new eyes, no engagements. So I had to go back for like 10 days straight just to build it back up. And a lot of people don't even know. They slow ban, and that's one of the reasons why they can't increase their engagement.
I mean, even if you think about it, and let's take, I'm not saying take algorithm out of it, but like off the scale you talking, take that out of it, right? Just think of it as common sense. You post a video one day, on Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
People like it, 2-3 people might like it, cool. Tuesday, post another video, 2-3 people might like it, but they keep sharing your stuff, so that's might have been watching it by Wednesday, like, let me
Right.
see what that's about. Long story short, by next Monday, you probably got about 6, 7, 8 people liking it now.
Yeah.
And you keep going.
Right.
About 16, 20 people, you keep going.
Yeah.
It just builds and builds and builds
Yeah.
and builds.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the simple math at that point.
Yeah.
The
It
more
is.
consistency, and the greater the content. Hopefully you get better as you posting
Right.
things if you really care about the content.
Yeah.
Then you go from there.
And then you can go back and repost the one you had on day one.
Yeah.
Because now you got a new audience. Yeah.
I do that a lot sometimes. I bring it back. And you know what? I'm gonna talk about this later, like more on the podcast though. But Vlad on YouTube, I see he does that sometimes, and it's not purpose, like, but he'll say flashback and bring another video up.
Yeah.
When that artist is
Yeah.
in trouble or something like that, like remember
Yeah.
they said this and
Right.
ain't got nothing to do why he in trouble.
Yep.
But it go up because people searching that artist already.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there ready for you to be searched. What you said, a keyword, something like
SEO.
that. SEO. See, I
Yep.
don't-
Search engine optimization.
engine
And that's what
optimization.
people doing. People are searching stuff. And that's why Google created that. And that's why everybody is moving their algorithm to search engine optimization. If it ain't a search engine optimization, that's why Snapchat in trouble. It's because what you gonna search on Snapchat? The shows? They got hundreds of ads in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They in trouble. So they gotta figure that out. They figure that out, they could win. But for the most part, yeah, they in trouble because they have to go with the trends. Don't be Blockbuster with it. Like
Right.
Netflix, Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix and they never did. It cost them.
I remember Netflix. I'm showing my age right here. I remember Netflix used to send you sample DVDs to the crib. It was in a CD-ROM, a cardboard box. You had to open it up and send it back to them.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
They would send. Hey, it's funny. They still do the same thing now, but it's like for free. You watch a movie, like, hey,
Yep.
do you want to shop with
Yep.
us?
And
That's crazy.
Homie had a plan. He had a plan, and he executed it well. Cause I just never saw them creating their own production teams, creating their own products. I never seen that. That's crazy, but they evolved.
What's crazy? Imagine you invested in Redbox.
Yeah.
You probably lost money. Yo, I ain't seen a nigga stand in Redbox in 10 years. I think you were still doing $5 haircuts last time I seen niggas standing in the Redbox.
Hey.
No, I'm fucking around. I'm joking.
Hey.
But I wanted to bring it home this way, like, right. So I know we spoke on it. I want to kind of speak on it in its totality a little bit. You spoke on just the local versus global.
Yeah.
And I just want to know your true thoughts on I guess why people care so much about the local clout. We'll use clout for local clout. In your opinion, why do you think that's such a want?
Yeah. Why is it important? Because it's validation for them. It's temporary, but it's validation.
So the local clout is validation.
Yeah.
But we already determined or defined that clout is pretty much just it's nothing really.
Yeah. For them, it's self-fulfilling, right? The validation, nobody can go and grab the validation. It's self-fulfilling for them to know that they post this or they put out this, even if there's like no validity to it. No truth to it, no fact check, no nothing. That's what Trump did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they had to take him off. You know what I'm saying? They had to take him off the internet because it was like, all right, you just saying a bunch of crazy stuff. But a lot of people are putting out things, and when they put out things, it's valid. They're seeking validation. And a lot of times you don't know because you can't measure it. They're looking at they post like every 15 minutes, every 20, every 30, every hour to see if they got more likes, to see if they get, man, I'm at the point now, like, if I put something on Facebook, I might not check it to the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, that's not where the product line for me. You know what I'm saying? So for them, I think it is validation. That gives them, that makes them feel validated for whatever reason. And that's that.
But I guess I only ask the question because you speak of it some here and there when we talk every now and then too. Do you ever feel like it was at some point, maybe you didn't know, but at some point in your career thus far, this past maybe 5-7 years, did you ever feel like you wanted that
validation?
Just in the local sense, cause like,
yeah.
I know you mentioned like, you know, you talk about how a lot of your following now is, you know, global or just out of Augusta rather.
Sure.
And you champion that, you know. So I wonder if at some point is that more you saying like, damn, why couldn't I do this here? In your mind, is that a thought?
Yeah. Well, I don't in the comparison of validation, like, no, just because like I've always been like this. I think validation kind of exude like someone who is looking for their confidence. They're trying to figure out themselves, understand who they are. That's why they can create a perception for what they aren't truly. You know what I'm saying? So many people, I mean, I'm going to show you after this, like how many people reach out to me and they talk about like, yeah, it's all a facade. Like there's people around the world. Like, I'm like, nah, look like you doing okay. Like, nah, like I almost tried to unalive my situation just the other day. And I'm like, but it looked like you doing okay. It's like, nah, it's all a facade. Mm-hmm. And it's like, because what social media have created for them, it gave them the opportunity to put something out and there is no verification behind it. There is no fact checking behind it. It's like, so I think for a lot of those people, that's where the validation reside. For me, I've always been like sure about who I was, who I am, where I'm going, where I'm headed. I'm always confident and I champion the vision, what I've been through, things like that. So for me, the validation never resided, but the love did. I always wanted the love from my city, the love that I put in. You feel me? Anything you in a relationship, you kind of want to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? You want that back. You put that in. You want some of it back at least. And for me, it just hadn't been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it for anybody who put work in their city, their community, they want to see it thrive. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I'm not one of them dudes who want to put something in and then forget. You feel me? Right now, when it comes to social media, if you repost my stuff, I thank you. I personally DM you. I thank you. I send you an audio message. Yo, listen, I appreciate you, blah, 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 blah. I take out that time. I've never been that type of dude who did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get politicians, they get into our city and they promise all these things and they forget. They forgot. I don't know what the vision was. That was just the hype, the clout, whatever got them in there. And now we forgot what got us here. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's just never been that. I just wanted the love that I put in my city to come back authentically, organically. That mattered. You feel me? So that validation, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool on it because I'm already understanding like that I'm gifted at what I do. I'm a healer. I can impact people in different ways. I can speak life into a person who never been spoken. Man, the way you say it, I hear it so much. I know, and this has been going on for over a decade. I know that I got power with the message that I'm pushing. every day. And always been about positivity, always been about empowerment and inspiration, always. But for me, bro, I just looked for the love back. And it's funny because like nobody has like that come from an area get that. Mm-hmm. And I many times I kind of fool myself with expecting something different. Oh, you ain't gonna be different. But it's like, nah, Gus, we got so much potential. I posted something the other day. I was like, start clapping early for people who got real emotion out here. Clap early for them. Home, I don't know if you've seen, I don't know Holmes' name. I never had an interaction with Holmes, but Holmes that's from Augusta that was a part of winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, from Laney, yeah.
Like, I'm sure Holmes feel like he don't get that love. Like you're on one of the biggest stages in the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel people got their teams, all that sweet. But you got one that you seen in our streets. You seen, homie needed. Another brother, Chris Cole, I don't think he looked for it, but he in 2017, he was probably one of the first and probably one of the only black men that's from here that made something go public. He was on Times Square, his billboards, his face everywhere. He don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like why Augusta have to be that way? Somebody like my homie Stephen Kelly, like in Florida, he had a whole national case. You feel me? I don't know if Holmes feel like this. I didn't talk to them about this conversation, but it's like, to me, like those people or people like that, why are we not celebrating them moments? You know what I'm saying? Why are we not clapping for them guys or creating opportunity? Hey, come back home. We got something for you, whatever. Or just come back home. We just going to celebrate you. I'll call them right now. If I want to do an event, they like, say when. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the craziest thing to me. So I just look for that love that I put in the city back. That's it.
But I mean, the stuff you just named, like I agree with you with some of the stuff you just said. But like the kid with the Super Bowl, I mean, a lot of people, it's not my age group. I'm not gonna know him. To be honest, I'm not gonna know him.
And
if he wasn't in the Super Bowl, I knew he was. I'm just kidding, buck. And I get the whole clap early thing. Like, now, if he got drafted or something like that, I don't know if he got drafted. I don't know how he got in the NFL. Sure. Nobody knows. We don't know if he got drafted or not. Nobody knows, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind. I would love to clap right for somebody, you know what I'm saying? If I knew them. It might be the algorithm. They're not on my timeline. You know, I'm just being for real. You mentioned Stephen Kelly. I know who that is, but I don't know what you're talking about the case. And then the other guy, I don't know who that is either. Like, maybe I'm not aware of these people, but the stuff you talking about and how my platform, at least for me, or what I do is, my goal is always to highlight people from the city anyway.
Sure.
So just like one time you sent me a guy and we did the sneaker fest, right?
Yeah.
So now I know him. Yeah. I want you to do the same thing. If you feel like somebody that ain't getting they just do, at least allow me the time to like get to know that person and put their story out there, because what's happening is where they might not care about the local stuff or stuff in the city, right? But there are people from the city that want to know about that stuff, and I'm the platform for that.
No, that's real.
And I would love to have people like that on. I would. Yeah. People had asked me, like, you got to get the guy from Laney on. Me personally, I'm real big on, I want to get you when everything die down. I don't want you to think I'm ever running to chase you because you just got this accomplishment. Sure. However, I'm down to tell anybody's story or, pick you apart to tell your story.
Right.
So the other people you named, Stephen Kelly, I know who that is. I don't know him personally, but we friends on Facebook. And then the other guy, I don't know, he's Chris Cole. I don't know who that is. But I probably, if I saw him, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But these people that I wouldn't mind sitting them down there. Where you from? Let's get into it. Like, what you into? What your household like? Next step. To get that story out, because and how our city does work, which why I titled my podcast with a title, because not to pat myself on the back, but there is some people that if I don't highlight them, nobody knows who they are.
Right.
Because they don't care. Yeah. They just doing. Yeah. But me or you or people like us run into them, be like, hey, people gotta know who you are, man. Like. Yeah,
and I just feel like it's...
And everybody ain't talk either. Everybody not meant to be on a podcast. They also got to ban these microphones from everybody buying these microphones. I was against it at first, but no, seriously, man. Like, you know how... No, you laughing, but I know Georgia is like the gun law town. like it got to be some kind of requirement. Like and it need to be harder to get than guns. You should be able to buy a gun before you can buy a microphone. No, it's getting crazy out here, Colby. You're not understanding, man. This is every freaking day. I feel like people wake up and be like, you know what? I know I don't like women. I know I don't like men. Let me buy a microphone. I don't want to do that no more. This is we gotta get back to the basics.
And I seen you post something about that. It's like just the whole like New Year. We already in the battle of the sexes. Like, man, I don't know. You know,
I think anything now.
Yeah,
you mentioned fact checking. I mean, I got people sometimes just saying, man, 90% of where'd you get that number from? They be saying these crazy numbers, 86.7%. Where you get this number from?
Good. It's convincing. A lot of these people are convincing, but it's like it's weird. It's weird, and I don't know. You know, and I hate to use the word weird because I don't want the negative connotation to come from that. But at the end of the day, it's like I get what you're saying, but you know, to the point of it's people can know these people if they looking for it.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Okay.
If you looking for it, it's like. If you're in that area, if you're in that mindset of, all right, hey, what's going on? And then it's, I guess we in the city, me and Deke talk about it all the time, was like people will share their drama before they share success. They'll share all these other things before they negative about the city, before they share empowerment, before they share us going to the next level of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that, when Holmes start his business, he don't get the looks? But if he said new promotion, new job, which all should be celebrated, new degree, oh man, those things get shared more than somebody who's creating their own wealth for themselves. It's just the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like I posted something the other day. I was like, it was really a trick. I only did this on Facebook just to see. I would post my stuff consistently, and then I wouldn't see the interactions from the people that I assumed was following me or connecting with me, right? Then I was like, all right, well let me do this. Let me ask. What is Augusta's biggest downfalls? What could take Augusta to the next level? And people want to say the experts come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Augusta experts.
Yeah, the Augusta experts. But it was only to see. All right, let me see where y'all mindset at.
Well, the Augusta algorithm is you got to talk about negative stuff sometimes.
You got to. You must.
Which is why, but you mentioned numbers. That's why I don't get caught up in numbers until I get caught up in impact. So. Yeah. A number, I mean, I like shares. I love shares. I ain't gonna say I do love shares. I ain't gonna lie. I love shares. I ain't gonna lie. But ain't nothing like that. That little message that you wasn't expecting, where somebody tell you how something you said or something that you do, or and you just doing it to do it. You don't know this person,
right?
Those messages, like you said, you probably get a lot of them now. Those I don't do it for that, but that keeps me going sometimes. Right. Like, oh, people out here watching me. They all watching, you know. When you try to deviate from certain things, sometimes to the point where like you ask yourself like, damn, am I deviating too much? Like, am I just doing too much to be different? Yeah. And then people tell you like, I like yours. It's a million people out here buying microphones or whatever, right? Yeah. I like yours. Yeah. I like your sound. I like your look. I like the way your setup is. So yeah, that stuff do matter, man. Like I'm with you on that. At least to that extent. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you on that.
When it comes to these people, man, it's like, I think everybody do feel because you can get a microphone that you got a voice. And because you could turn up the volume, it got some type of validity to it. But that don't mean that. You know what I'm saying?
You can have a voice box and have a voice.
Yeah, like that don't mean that. Like what?
You can have a heartbeat and be heartless.
That don't mean you got something to talk about. And Definitely. It's no disrespect. It's no disrespect. But like, find a way. Find your niche. Find whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think we give the opinions too much credit.
You know what? That's all. That's what it is now. People just, after you get a microphone, they start talking about a whole bunch of opinions they have. Which I'm all for. Do your thing. But call it opinions. Don't call it.
Yeah, because it's nothing to that. It's no work involved in that thought process.
People want clout based on their opinions too. I think this way, guys. Who thinks like that? Let me. You know what I'm saying? Share it, you know?
Yeah, that's fact. For hopefully this can help. It is what it is if it don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, You can catch the last video of me on this podcast where I was dropping gems.
Yeah.
This ain't the gem dropping. I'm done with that.
I made sure we kind of curated it to more so like, hey, you know your stuff. You got stuff coming out. So this is more so for that next stuff coming out. But I also want people to see you, man. Like, you know, you be out, you be hiding sometimes. You be out.
Oh yeah, because like my thing is like I'm gonna come out when it's necessary. I ain't put up like that. I'm gonna come out when it's necessary, but you gotta understand, I still got a business. I still gotta be a husband. I still gotta be a father. And it's like kids got activities. It's so much going on. You know what I'm saying? And I like in the last 2 years, I put a system in place with my business where I don't have to be there every day, and it works. You feel me? So now I'm able to like really have an off day. That's big.
Hey, shameless plug. You gotta plug the business real quick. I know we ain't do it.
What?
Plug the business, please. Plug
my store.
Yeah, you got to, man. Yeah.
All right. So listen, it's that time. Text time is right here.
I know your phone broke too.
Your phone is broken. You walking around here with the messed up screen protector. Yeah, you got an iPhone, but your back look crazy. Don't do this to yourself. You got somebody right here in your city who can fix you up. It's called Fix Your Phone. 2816 Tobacco Road. Trust me, we're going to take care of you. It's real business over there. You look up the reviews. We ain't got no complaints. We good. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I like the energy now.
I got to give them that. You know what I'm saying? But, no, like, I think we was talking about the microphones.
Yeah.
Like, Inky Johnson said this. My guy, Inky Johnson. He say, watch your words because your words become your thoughts. Watch your thoughts because your thoughts become your future, your actions. Watch your actions because your actions become your future. I'm gonna drop it again. Watch your words because your words become your thoughts. Watch your thoughts because your thoughts become your actions. Watch your actions because your actions dictate your future. And I think a lot of people don't understand how powerful words are, how harmful. You can build somebody up, you can destroy somebody. It could be somebody who's seeking that validation, and because they didn't get that validation today, they looking for other ways. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably not good. So that's why I choose every day to motivate. That's why I choose every day to empower, despite what people think of me or share or say, regardless of what. I'm going to push forward.
Say that one more time, yo. Say that.
All right, so watch your words because your words become your thoughts. Watch your thoughts because your thoughts become your actions. Watch your actions because your actions dictate your future.
That's the definition of algorithm right there. Okay, I finally got it. Damn, it was only an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, I finally got the definition of algorithm. Yo, I like it. Congratulations, Colby, man. Let's talk about. Congratulations, man.
How you equate that to the algorithm? It's just that's what this is.
That's a set of instructions. That's a set of instructions right there. I like them instructions. Those was the best instructions we gave all day.
I ain't even get no instructions on there. But no, you got to watch your words. You got to watch your words because your words can tear up. They can tear down a person. Or they can build them up. Right. Why not? It's too easy to build somebody up opposed to tearing them down. Why you want to destroy people?
I don't say this, but I think it a lot. But I know people, it's a saying. They always say like the sticks and stones can break my bones. Words never hurt me. Yeah, that was definitely one of the first lies we was told as kids. Because words hurt more because you forget how something felt when you got hit by something. You get shot. It hurt, it burned, but I don't know. You know. Yeah. But you never gonna forget how something felt when you heard these words. And every time you play it, it's gonna feel the same every time.
Yep. Maya Angelou said this. She said, you might forget what somebody did to you, but you'll never forget how people make you feel. And words are energy. Yeah. So if I cast these words on you because I'm feeling negative at the moment, that could do something that could be detrimental to you.
You know what? And I often say that because people say, "Oh, you don't say too much." You know, I'm a okay, cool type person. Yeah. Because that says a lot, but it says a little bit. It's like that's the consolation of me really not saying everything I want to say to you. Yeah. Or you got it. You don't really have it. I'm just saying you got it because if I don't let you have it, then I gotta let you have it. Right. And I might say the wrong thing because I might be going through something that ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot of that stuff too. Even the shortage of words, I think sometimes all that stuff matters. It means things.
Man, listen, there's nothing more deadly than silence. Yeah. I went through a hard shit with my family when my father died. I became the enemy. I ain't I saw people posting stuff. I had fallen out with my brothers. It was crazy. It got real crazy. Silent. I ain't got nothing for you. I want to involve myself in this energy because this is what happens. Like they say, I learned this from somebody. He said, two negatives make a positive. I mean, we learned that from math. Yeah. But how he broke it down was like the person that created the negativity, and if you compete with that negativity, then it's a positive in the person who created it. Mm-hmm. Right? It's a positive play in them. So what I learned, like evolving through life, I'm like, yo, I'm not finna play. This is what you want. You want the negative reaction. You want the replies. You want the rebuttals. You want that energy. But I'm going to kill you with silence. Opposed to giving you, man, I done seen some crazy stuff on Facebook. I can't tell you how many times. And I had to reprogram myself maybe about 2-3 years ago. Was like, I get up and the first thing I do is not look at Facebook. Right? Make sure. Just because I'm all, it's like 70% of the time, I'm going to find something I don't agree with. And because I'm reading these words, it's going to make me feel a certain way. Right. And now that's my energy for the moment, if not the day. Right. And I don't want to be in that. So I refuse to be on that, in that place. But a lot of people like this is what I do. I would start to post something. I want to even save it as a draft. I type it out and I'll be about to post it and then I delete it. Because I'm like, all right, this is my way of getting it out. According to what was said. And somebody need to say something. But the problem is you got so many fake experts. Fake experts. As soon as you say something, the fake experts, they like waiting. They ready. So as soon as you say something, here we go. Like a fire drill. They are ready. I'm talking about, like, how do you type that so fast? They was geared up. They was geared up. They was waiting for you to say something.
Having a chamber.
And then they seen the bubbles. They seen the bubbles dancing. Oh yeah, he about to say something. Hold up. And they dedicate their life to saying something, competing to what you said. I had to say this on Instagram. I seen somebody arguing in my comments on Instagram. A guy was like, I put out a video and I wasn't on the video. It was just black and it was just my words. And I was just saying, repeat after me. You got this. I got this. Repeat after this. You know what I'm saying? Some dude out of nowhere, somebody was like, yo, I needed to hear this, blah, blah, blah. It was all positive. Like that helped me. He goes and he was like, all right, change that I and put God. And I'm like, what? Like this your time. This was his time to shine. And he did it. And then the girl DM'd me and she was like, did I say something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. And I ain't even know what she was talking about. So I go back and I look and I was like, listen, don't waste your time with you would never, ever, ever get a reaction out of me. I'm going to hit you with a straight, God bless you, bro.
Yep, that's it.
I'm good. God is amazing. God bless you, bro. Like, I ain't, what? You the expert. You got it, bro. I'm not finna put all that. This is good energy over here. And your goal is to, I don't even know if this is a word, bro. -5. This your goal is to -5 this energy, and I won't let you. So I'm gonna hit you with a simple God bless. You know why? Because you can't compete with God bless. God bless you, bro. I appreciate you. I ain't got nothing to say. But so many people, bro, they are out there. They're waiting. And everybody knows somebody like that. They are waiting for that comment. As soon as you say something, they at you. Yeah, no, I'm good on that, bro.
Look, man, this was dope. I wish, like I said, I wish you the best, but I ain't really, you know what you're doing, man. You know what you got to do. I think you always know what you got to do. I think that, life always distracts us sometimes, and we have to sit back sometimes. I think you sat back enough. So I'm happy for you and to be where you at right now.
Yeah, it's game time.
And you always have been happy for everybody else's success. whether it be a moment, whether it be them still being consistent, whether they win and came and went, whatever. I've always seen you champion and be happy for everybody else, and always want to give everybody game. That's why every time you reach out, every time we speak about coming on, it's always why not? Because it's always positive energy with you. I literally never ever seen you or heard you, and that's even when I was younger. Just hate on somebody.
Yeah,
it's never been that. It's always been nothing but positive, nothing but love, and always pushing forward. Before you hate on somebody, I like the fact that you'll talk to them and like, I told them they should do this. Yeah, you don't come in saying, man, he did this. That was kind of corny. No, it's always a rhyme or reason, some kind of solution based. So,
and they probably never do it. And I go in it with that expectation. It's like I used to. I used to give a lot of people game. A lot of people game.
I think what's happened now is that, not saying you're not wasting your energy, but you channeled your energy into you.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happened. I took that energy that I will put towards somebody else, the game that I will give someone else, and I put it towards me. And now, like, I do answer my phone less. I do reply less. You know what I'm saying? Not as fast.
Oh, and, see, now you know I'll be now you see it. Right? Everybody try to answer the phone. Now Colby saying telling y'all.
No, like you can't make yourself available for everybody. You can't because
you'd be like, amazed at the people that get mad at me for answering my phone.
So much that go with that, and then a lot of people will package their generosity. I can't even say it. Generosity. They will package that into like it. No, it's not real. It's not real.
I see it. I think people feel away when I answer the phone or like when I don't respond. But the thing is this, I always say, if somebody was to put themselves in my shoes, which they shouldn't, but they would put themselves in my shoes, they probably would throw the phone. Yeah. So think about that. I'm answering. I'm just, you've seen me in action at work. Like I'm getting called 20 different ways. Yeah. I don't have time to be on the phone sometimes. Right. And then when I do get time, I'm trying to laugh. I want to joke on Facebook too. I want to see something. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, man, this was dope. I'm trying to put this out. I'm trying to put it out tonight if I can. I'm tired, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm trying to put it out tonight. It's not hard to edit, so But I appreciate you coming through, man.
Man, no, I appreciate you, man. Keep grinding, and hopefully it get bigger for more than the masses.
I just have to take your course. That's all. There we go. We're gonna take your course and we're gonna go from there, man.
If you gonna take the course, you gonna take the course.
Yeah. How much is $100?
Nah, the book gonna be $100.
All right.
That's not gonna be $100. That's like $27.
I got it. 127. Here we go. I'm ready, bro. I'm good. More than Masters Podcast.
Man, I appreciate you, G.